Who's taking the stand?
She's walking to the stand, but she's looking at everybody's coffee on the tables. Meredith is ready under the spotlight. Davi has his Confucius look on right now. He does not think about the questions until that music starts.
That's how I get my best content.
This is crazy. All right, so you know the deal. Plead the fifth. She has to answer 3 questions in the room, 5 questions from the audience. No passes except 1.
Yes,
She
that
gets
is
to
correct.
plead the fifth on 1 and get a pass, and the first question comes from Mark.
Well, we may get that plead right away.
Oh, here we go. You always got to build it up.
You and Anthony, how long have you been together and married?
Together almost 8 years and married 4.
All right.
Almost.
So it's a lot of sexy time.
Yes.
I want you to name 3 toys that you guys have used in the bedroom together.
3 toys?
3 toys.
All right.
Things that have gone to help out. Extra stimulation. What have you guys used?
I mean, I don't have a problem answering this at all. I mean, there's something that vibrates.
Okay.
For me.
Wait. We talking about together?
Yeah.
We don't really use stuff together. That would be it. I tried that with him. He was like not down for it. He's like, you can do that by yourself, but us together, he's
So
not really
no
into that.
toys in the bedroom.
No, not between the two of us. Not me myself, I got that on lockdown.
You start telling too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just the vibration.
Yeah, that's about it.
Good vibrations. All right. Okay. All right. My question is stemming from a conversation we had about a month ago. You said that you and Anthony have each other's passcodes.
Yeah.
For phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you ever looked in his phone or been tempted to look into his phone and fought it?
and look through it?
No. I'm saying, yeah. Have you ever?
Have you
ever looked in?
100%.
I'm saying, have you ever looked in it, or have you been tempted to look into it?
I'm tempted all the time. All the time.
Are you?
I'm tempted because, he has a password because, of where he works and all that stuff. So he has to have a passcode, which I know it. It's not like he intentionally keeps it from me.
Yeah.
But I think about it all the time. But I don't go in there. But I think about it all the time. At least like once a month. I'm like, damn.
What?
I wonder if I could. And then, but it's more
Why once a month?
It's more like a respect factor. So I haven't, but I want to.
Ever?
Nah, honestly, because that was like a big thing we talked about initially getting together. We're just like, listen, why even be in a relationship if we don't trust one another? So
I absolutely
think about
agree. But the funny thing is that you said you think about it like once a month.
Yeah, because I used to do stuff like that all the time in past relationships, but those relationships didn't work out. So I'm trying to like not screw up my relationship because
That's
of
funny.
some insecurity I may have.
Okay, all right, that's smart. I like that. All right.
Okay, Meredith, you mentioned that you and Anthony dated for 4 years, I believe, before, give or take, before getting engaged, getting married, and everything like that. How long would you have given him to propose before ultimatums start being issued and potentially the thought of like, okay, well, if you're not ready to take this next step with me, then maybe somebody else will?
I don't really like the word ultimatum because then you're just willing to just ditch the relationship.
Right.
So, why be in one necessarily? But that being said, I wanted to have a family and kids by a certain age. So max 5 years.
You pretty much gave him some ultimatums, though. You were like, you
shit.
didn't call them ultimatums.
I
but
didn't say we have to get engaged or we're
here
breaking up.
when y'all got married, and I got to tell you, there was some heat.
Of course there was.
There was some heat on old boy.
Of course.
He was feeling some heat.
That's for most men.
Yeah.
On average, but I wanted to have kids by a certain age, and so did he. So it just kind of worked out.
From the audience now, we got a caller on. Let's see. Kelly is on the phone. How you doing, Kelly?
Hey, what's up? What's up, O?
You got a question for Meredith this morning.
I wanted to ask Meredith, if she had the opportunity, would she take Kinsey K's place?
Would I take her place?
Would you swap positions with her?
Swap to move to 10 to 3 instead of being on the morning show.
Right.
I've had the opportunity to do that before, to do middays different radio station, and honestly, that wasn't very fulfilling for me. What makes me the happiest is working kind of like as a family and doing a morning show. It's something I've always wanted to do since I was like a little girl listening to radio. I always wanted to be a part of a successful morning show, and I didn't grow up with like a lot of family around. I was kind of like not a loner, but I just didn't have like a brother or sister or anything like that to hang out with.
They lived in a van.
Hey, it was an RV.
By the river.
It was van.
So this is kind of like it's nice to have a second family. So I feel that. Yeah, they're like my brothers. I like it.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Thanks, y'all.
All right. See,
Thank
that's
you.
why y'all should stop trying to bump into her boobs all the time.
Who
You make
does
it weird. You make her. She just said brothers. Okay. Can y'all stop?
Yeah, Dobby.
Let's see. We got text coming in. 888-429-0941. What we got?
This one's out of the 407. It says, Meredith, have you ever felt out of place at 94.1 like Mark on a basketball court?
Like Mark on a basketball court?
That's what they wrote.
What?
Clearly,
I actually played basketball for what it's worth when I was younger. Just saying.
How young? How young?
Stupid question.
All right,
You're stupid.
All right, Meredith, have you ever felt out of place at Wild 94.1 like Mark on a basketball court? Clearly, this station plays a very different genre of music that does not include Britney Spears.
Right.
And it caters to a very different audience than your previous station. Regardless of your answer, I will always love your enthusiasm and perspective you bring to discussions.
Well, that's actually a good question. I like all different genres of music, not just Britney Spears, not just pop music, but hip hop. That was one of the first things I absolutely fell in love with was hip hop music. And this radio station just doesn't cater to that. They cater to many different people that listen. So I feel 100% settled in. I never really felt out of place unless it's an artist I don't know. But that goes for any radio station I worked for. If I worked in country, if they were talking about an artist I didn't know, okay, I need to educate myself on that person.
Well, you know what's funny too is a lot of people don't like because you go crazy fangirl for Britney Spears, and so they might be giving you a stab for that. But you pretty ghetto.
Thank you.
Because there's some stuff we'll be sitting here and quiet, and a song will come on, and we'll be looking up at each other like, is she singing this word for word?
Yes, exactly.
And it's really the dirty version.
And just because, I'm the blonde girl in here doesn't mean I can't get down.
That throws people. Now you can't get down. Let's not get besides ourselves now.
Hey now.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I have a question.
All right. Oh, okay. All right, what you got?
Does Anthony ever get jealous when you post your seductive pictures online or the way you utilize social media? Because from what we know, he doesn't really work with it too much. So does he get mad or upset when you post those pictures of you in your bra in the bedroom or whatever you're doing? And then does he get mad?
Like that thotty picture you put up last week.
Yeah, right.
That picture you put up last week was a little bit extra. There was a lot of cleavage.
The bathing suit.
There was a lot of cleavage though.
Okay.
You were showing off that monkey.
Yeah.
You
were showing that monkey.
It was a bathing suit.
Did you see the monkey?
I saw it.
You saw that monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I do put out like a cute or sexy photo, it's really not that often. It's maybe 2-3 times a year because I want to be respectful of my relationship. But at the same time, if I'm feeling myself and I feel good about the hard work I put into my body, then why can't I just put up a little selfie?
But if he did that,
if he doesn't love it when I do it.
If he put up a picture of himself because he's been working out,
flexing.
Plus yeah.
I would totally.
One of them Tom pictures.
Yeah, I would totally make fun of him.
Oiled up.
100% make
You
fun
would be mad.
I wouldn't be mad. I would just be like, something's weird here. Like, red flag. What's going on?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's a question for you. You have not used a Plead yet. You have 3 more left.
2 more.
2 more left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This one says, Meredith,
Yes.
have you ever experienced any discrimination due to your gender? Like if you've ever felt pressure to sleep with a boss, or have you ever been sexually harassed?
The answer is yes and yes, 100%.
You've been harassed and you felt pressure.
Oh, yes. And I'm not going to put out names or companies or anything like that, but I have 100% been through that and worked through it and separated myself from that situation and grown from it, basically. And that is, I don't want to go too in depth about it. So
I don't know.
I can't.
Can I ask this? Can I just ask one question?
What?
It wasn't me. Was it?
No, it's not.
I just wanted
wild.
that part out there. I'm like, hey.
No.
I mean, don't leave it hanging.
No,
like,
no,
they'd be like, she shut down real quick in front of Orlando. I'd be like, hey, no.
It has nothing to do with wild
Was not
or
me.
you.
Was not me.
Did you do it?
All right.
Did I do what?
Just sleep with the boss.
Did you do
You
it?
left that part out.
I mean,
Is that part of the question?
Yeah, it's part
yeah,
of the
that's
question.
part of it. Like, did you do it?
No.
You didn't do it?
No.
Nothing?
No, but there was a lot
Not
of
even no
sexual
elbow roll.
assault.
You didn't do nothing?
I don't believe this.
Oh, God.
Just because you can doesn't
You are
mean you should,
victim
Dobby.
shaming.
Yeah. No, we weren't doing that. I'm just saying, a little elbow rub or
Victim
something like that.
blaming.
Oh,
Like, all
God.
right, I'm going to lean against you, and you do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, Meredith, last question.
No, and you still have your plea.
Hey, she might
Just to
use
let you know.
She might use it right here.
Dobby,
Okay.
what?
I'm serious.
What
This
do
is
you-
also out of the 407. They're killing it today. It says, if you had to pick one of the guys on the Wild team to be your booty call / friends with benefits, who would it be and why?
I'm going to go with... and I will explain why. I never had any chocolate in my life, so I'm going to pick Orlando.
What?
Wait a minute. We just covered that it wasn't me. No.
Now I got a bad image in my head. No.
Well,
That is terrible.
I want to know if the rumors are true.
What?
What?
What rumors?
About,
About you hear music and R&B in the background?
Yeah.
Meredith, come here. Come here, girl. Don't you run from me. Meredith went through all 8 questions. No plea. Took him like a champ. Meredith, you are done. You plead the